I like boobies. You like boobies. Vicky likes boobies.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Now, are there any damn questions?
Have you any idea what the street value of this mountain is?
This is a nice fish, you know? Big fucking eyes, but a nice fucking fish.
Now make yourself one, dickweed.
Sorry doesn't put the Triscuit crackers in my stomach, now does it, Carl?
But did you die? Maybe it's a 10-year plan.
Good evening, bottom feeders and underachievers. It's time for your weekly dose of free. How's everyone doing out there? Just kidding, I don't care. I care about you guys. I don't care about the freeloaders.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you. I question that, but I'll accept it.
So, about a month ago when we were like, we're going to cut down on wrestling and then we're going to have, you know, other weekend-esque shows to fill in the gaps and more exposing Jameses and stuff like that. And then I completely forgot. And then we threw together a really fucking cool idea. And Mike and I, you know, were talking about it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to tell the rest of them.
It's not a would. This will. This will be a fun show.
Yes.
But
because someone isn't here, because his sister-in-law graduated nursing school, I guess that's more important than the show.
I've never heard.
What?
Who does Tuesday graduations?
Apparently, that school.
They're the only ones.
Hooper High.
To be a-holes.
13th grade.
I think it was probably because their English department's run by someone who probably was interviewed by us at some point early on in her career. And like,
is that a statement of fact?
Maybe she's just like holding a grudge because someone fact-checked her on her own fucking shit.
Is that a reality?
I don't know, but it sounds good, doesn't it?
I mean, it sounds like you're reaching in a lot of different ways.
I'm always reaching. Down my pants, down Joe's pants, yours.
Yet rarely grabbing.
Vinny's. Aw, don't make fun of
I'm
Joe.
a classy device. No one's allowed to touch down my pants.
Oh, I know. This is like a electrified fence.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm thinking that that person is holding it against us, therefore making the graduation on the night that we record. Ipso facto, Kyle's not here. So we're going to kick it old school tonight. We're going topic-based. Way back when, the show was always built around a main topic.
I don't miss those days. I really don't.
They were fun for like the first 2 years.
Yeah, but then we'd hold a quorum every 2 months, trying to figure out what the next 2 months worth of shows were going to be, and that would, at the end of a night of recording, would be us banging our heads trying to find 8 different topics to do.
Yeah.
The Notebook.
Mm-hmm. The Notebook.
The Nerdy D's Notebook.
And calendars.
You had the kitten calendar.
Sexy Fireman? Wasn't there Sexy Fireman?
Yeah, Sexy Fireman. The Kamaputra, different ways to take a shit.
Poop and pooches.
Does he still do that? Is that still Kyle's go-to Christmas gift?
No, because I don't use the calendar anymore. Nuns Having Fun, that was one of my favorites.
That's no reason to stop. That's
No.
a perfect Christmas gift.
It really is. Especially someone like me, I'm very scheduled. So, tonight, we're heading into Memorial Day weekend. The kickoff of the summer, they say. And so, we real quick threw together the concept of doing a show about our childhood summer times.
We didn't desperately grab at a topic or anything.
We totally did. We'll own up. Doesn't mean it's going to be bad. We've been
It's
doing.
gonna be good. What's what?
We're doing this for 10.5 years. We're fine. I am your host, Justin, as always, joined by
Mike!
Kyle's on assignment.
Vin.
Joe.
Here we go.
Fair.
I think it's an interesting concept because all of our childhoods, well, kind of different phases of time.
I mean, I spent a lot of my summers with that dipshit with the beanie on.
Yeah, he's talking about you.
I love the fact that we have video now.
Ice pops.
Yo,
And
ice-
not allowed inside in 95 plus degree weather because it's nice out.
that's a good place to start. So our grandmother, like now that we've gotten older and we think about it, she really hated us being in the house. Like, did not want us in the house ever. Vinny's not exaggerating. It could be like 100 fucking degrees outside. And she's like, go play, it's nice outside. We're dying.
Nice pop.
Yeah, here's an ice pop that melts 2 minutes after being outside.
You already had nice pop. Eat it.
Yeah.
You had nice pop. You're not getting the ice cream man. Sorry.
And like, they had a pool, but she knew it was too hot to be outside with us in the pool to watch to make sure we didn't drown. So we had the sprinkler.
The sprinkler is kind of as fun. The sprinkler is its own fun.
It's
You
fine,
made it fun.
but it's also it's kind
Which
of
kind of sprinkler?
yeah. No,
Oh, that one, not the.
That
no.
was a glitch.
Yeah, that's kind of lame. Either you have the spinny one or you have the wave deal.
Yeah, the wave was good. We always used it as like a portal to whatever we were doing. But like, it was too hot for her to go outside and watch us in the pool or join us in the pool. But it wasn't too hot for us to run around and die. And like, it's not an exaggeration to say we were out there for hours.
God.
Yeah.
Hours. But like the evening would come and our grandfather would be close to getting home, so that's when we were allowed in. We got to eat dinner and then we were allowed to enjoy the air conditioning.
You had to earn it.
Once you became a teenager and you came over less, so you remember we weren't allowed in the front yard because it had to maintain lawn integrity.
Yo.
Eventually, you weren't allowed in the backyard either. You had to maintain lawn integrity.
Yeah, because they got rid of the pool.
Yeah. So lawn integrity was paramount. Us not being inside also paramount. Go on the blacktop now.
Yeah.
Over now.
Yeah.
Which is play in the street.
Play on the
Traffic.
play on the driveway.
It wasn't that busy with street, but like, you're playing sports on like a not level ground, so you're running around and
Remember the hill? Always like walking up the hill.
fuck yeah.
And every time John got like emo about something, he'd run away up the hill.
Yep.
Yep.
That was the place to go. That was the Upside Down.
Yeah.
There's castle buyers for him.
Yeah.
Yep, I would go there too.
The hill was it's the sidewalk. It just goes up the little.
Yeah.
It seemed so much bigger when we were younger.
It's a trend. It's
Yeah.
a theme you'll notice throughout life.
That shit was nothing.
No.
Come on,
You
your
just don't
legs were
have
like-
like a bike or a scooter or something like that. You go down that hill. That hill was nice. I used to have that go-kart that I pedaled. My handbrake.
Mm-hmm.
No big
The old
deal.
Fast and Furious mobile.
You said it, not me. I guess they're kind of correlated. My thing came first. Whatevs.
Most of the time, we
Who
were.
bought it for you? Was it a family member?
Well, it was a 10-second car, you see. I won it in a race.
You raced for pinks back then?
Something like that.
Something pink.
Chill, cuh. You don't want to know about that.
Hey. But yeah, that was pretty much the gist of our summertime adventures at our grandparents'. We had good times. Like, we had the three of us to, play and shit. And,
yeah. That's the thing about being a kid. You can make the best of any situation.
Yeah.
You have the energy to do that. You just run around. You could spin around in circles. Spinning around in circles was the most fun you could have on no money. And interesting, I heard there's a correlation between spinning around in circles and drug use later on in life. So take that as you will.
Like, the more one spins, the heavier the drug use?
The higher probability.
I call bullshit. Well, I spun a lot. And
dude, what's your source, dude?
A former alcoholic radio show host. So, it's not a guaranteed scientific basis there.
Are you talking spinning in a regular circle or like one of those like playground things where you could really
either or
get
anything that gets you dizzy? Because getting dizzy was the kids' equivalent of getting high.
All right, this might hold a little bit of water.
I still like getting dizzy, but I'm not hitting up the drug. So
you had a period. We've all had periods.
It's fair.
Ant flow?
Not that kind. Not that kind of period piece.
That was well done, Joe.
Yeah, I think it's called hemorrhoids, Joe.
Berry clusters for men.
We did. So we did get the ice cream man a good chunk of the time, though. Like they were, and it makes me think about how since I've moved to this house in Galloway, I've not once in like the 4 years I've been living here seen one fucking ice cream truck ever.
One comes down twice a day.
I would kill for
Chuck's and I can't think of the soft ice cream place.
Mr. Softy?
Yeah, Mr. Softy. Come down.
You just said the word soft.
I couldn't think of it.
Name. Mr. Not Hard.
The guy with the ice cream.
Place.
You had the Italian ice one by your house too, Justin. That one was nice.
Yeah, the one in Barnegat.
Oh, Maria's?
Yeah, Maria's.
Dude,
yep.
You'd hear that from a mile away, the entertainer, a mile away. You're like, Maria's, yeah, Ginny's coming.
Yep.
Which yeah, I never knew names.
Oh,
we knew that's how often we bought, bro.
Uh-huh.
You remember like Pugsley and Pugsley's sister, pretty much like those two heavyset people in the one ice cream truck by Nanny's house?
Yes.
Great to see you.
Dude, I don't know how they moved in that truck. I don't know how
the truck moved.
The truck did move. No, it did.
No,
You're right.
But I don't know how. Yeah,
side to
like
side.
yeah, that like you. It was perfect for young kids because like normally the counter on an ice cream truck is too high, but with that crew, it came down to level.
What do you need?
They took about 6 inches off of the
Oh yeah.
spring leaves.
I wish it was an exaggeration, but
It's not a joke.
Turned it into a lowrider with no hydros.
think about how hot that truck was. You had the freezers in there with their exhaust. Your AC can't cover that.
Nope.
The windows were open. I don't know how they didn't lose all that weight. You're in a sauna.
Well, because they were eating their inventory.
Yeah, right. Getting high in their own supply.
Yep.
Were you there that day when I had a bag of pennies?
Yes.
I wanted candy cigarettes, and they turned me away.
Yes.
I fucking cried.
Yeah, he cried. Like, it was fucking heartbreaking.
I think you got something. I think Lewis got something, and I don't know if John was there.
John was not there for that one.
But I was just like, well, I want a candy cigarette, and you're like, yeah, must suck. Suck to not have candy cigarettes.
I'm pretending to relax with the smooth taste of chalk right now.
Well, remember when they had the bubblegum ones that you blow out and it had like the little puff of sugar?
Yep. Those were the first 3 seconds, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. I used to get bubblegum cigars. Be sitting there like,
Just saw them the other day when we were in Smithville. We had to explain to James what they were.
Yeah.
Kids nowadays don't know anything about smoking candy.
Man, how lame.
I know.
I just, weird segue. I've been watching Rick and Morty, and there's one episode, I guess they were like trapped in time. And they're like, oh my god, how long was I in there? And Rick brings out his phone and he goes, oh, the Choco Taco's discontinued. And they're all like, ah. That's why I had to bring it up.
Well, actually, that reminds me of the ice cream bars that I used to get from the ice cream man that you cannot get anymore. Like the laundry. What was your favorite ice cream bar from the ice cream truck?
That actually leads to a question I was going to go with after that. So we'll get this out of the way, and hopefully I'll remember mine.
I could give you my top 5. Off the top of my head.
Okay, Kyle.
Okay.
Yeah, one's too hard. Here. The Great White.
It's just lime. All right.
You can't fucking beat Great White. Chocolate Eclair, Choco Taco, the double screwball that had the 2 fucking gumballs in that bitch.
Scissor it.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the candy, like the Crunch Bar, but it had the like chocolate candy inside. Anybody remember that motherfucker?
Yes, the Good Humor one. It was like chocolate candy crunch or something like that. Yeah.
So it was like the Crunch Bar on the outside, and then on the inside it was also like a fucking candy bar, and there's vanilla ice cream between the 2 layers.
I would have to see it. I obviously didn't have it as a kid.
It's great.
No. I would have loved to have gone for, well, every once in a while I would go for the ones that had the gumball on there. But it was always such a risk that it was going to fall off.
There's also, most of them sucked.
Oh, they all sucked. None of them looked like they should. A la Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. They all got a messily, horrendously melty. So, I'm going to go Bomb Pop. 3 flavors in one.
Classic.
3 of my favorite flavors of all. So, yeah. Total winner.
Yeah.
Chipwich. That reminded me. Chipwich probably said.
Mm-hmm.
Chipwich, you never go wrong with Chipwich. With the chips on the outside. None of that stupid just ice cream. No. It has to have the rim of chips. No, yeah.
You like it rimmed?
I like my chip rimmed. Or my rim chipped. Ooh, don't chip my rim.
Don't chip the rim.
The Ghostbusters ice cream bar? The Ninja Turtle one.
All the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All the character ones. The Mickey Mouse one with the chocolate ears. The Parade Pop. The Parade ice cream bar was the shit.
It was pretty good.
The wrestling one was underrated. I never got it, but when I did, I was like, this is fucking good. It's like
the wrestling one?
Yeah.
This thing is beautiful.
Glad you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode of our cooking show, Nerdy Cheese, we will be remaking the WWF ice cream bar.
Yeah. Not E. It's a WWF. We're foundational here.
Mm-hmm.
You ever notice when you got the WWF bar, like 90% of the time, you always got Ultimate Warrior?
It was either Warrior or Hogan. They're going to push the big names.
Yeah.
What was it? Warrior, Hogan, Andre, and who?
I think it was Randy.
It lasted into the Attitude Era, though, because Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker, they were all on there, too.
I'm ashamed at that point in my life I forgot about it. I would have liked to have gotten more of them in while they still existed.
They were fucking delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that question I was going to bring up. Which would you prefer to come down the road? The ice cream truck that only had the prepackaged bars, or the ice cream truck that only had Italian ice? Because there were some that had both. It's a rarity. But if one or the other.
My question is, I have a question.
Okay.
The prepackaged truck, are they ones with like the 30 fucking stickers of things all over?
Yeah, I will allow that. I mean, it's gotta.
Then I'm going with that one.
All right. I tend to be an Italian ice guy.
The only reason I ask is because the ones who have the variety tend to have some like random shit you've never seen before.
have to go Italian Ice. Yeah.
Italian Ice would have been nice on those days. We were
Sweltering.
kicked out of the house.
Yeah.
Blue raspberry? Yeah.
Okay, secondary
Rainbow.
question.
Bitch.
Cherry. I
Rainbow's
like
got
popping
them
some
all.
cherry in my mouth.
Rainbow's got it all, baby.
Addendum question on top of that, too.
Mhm.
Which useless toy would you want to buy off of those the most?
Toy? We didn't have toys. We had candy.
Yeah, we
Well,
didn't
there
have
was
toys.
Some that had, like, you know the one that had the balsa wood plane? That you got to use once, and it hit the ground and was never the same again?
Yeah, our where Joe and I are from, because we grew up in the same town, we did not have toys available. A shit ton of candy, though. Yeah, we would stockpile up on Fun Dips and Laffy Taffies for like the fucking summer.
Her top shelf. That was like the top shelf was always the thing because you could have like $3 or $4, like, and you'd be like a king.
Those blow pops were only like fucking 20 cents a piece then.
Mm-hmm.
You for $1, you were walking away with 5 fucking blow pops.
Remember Bazooka Joe used to be a nickel?
I remember winning a giant box of the assorted Bazooka Joe on the boardwalk.
And it lasted you years.
It lasted a whole summer.
You can only chew one a day.
Should.
No, you can only like get it wet enough. Your body only has enough liquid in it to get it wet enough, to get one wet enough.
No, I can get more than one wet in a day, sir.
No, I'm sorry. You cannot get more than one Bazooka Joe wet. Joe is a dry man. You have to use all your mouth on Joe.
Was there like a big thing with the comics with them? Like I remember, like it was like, oh, I got a little comic, and like I was like, this is stupid. And I would throw it.
Yeah, it was dumb, but like you could. I think they did a points thing like Kool-Aid did.
Okay.
Yes.
And you could like get Bazooka
Money off your
Joe
dental bill?
merch.
Did anybody ever do the Tootsie Roll thing? The Tootsie Roll Pop? So if you found the Indian with the bow and arrow on a Tootsie Roll Pop and you sent it to them, you got a card or something? What? I've never done it, but I've seen...
Do you know our grandmother, Mike and I's grandmother, had like... That was the thing. She had like a fucking jar of Tootsie Pops at all times. Yeah. Do you know how many Tootsie Pops we've consumed in our childhood?
First thing you did would walk in the house and go right to that shelf.
They were kind of a Halloween saving grace, weren't they? Tootsie Pops, like everything is, things you like are the things you like, but who the fuck doesn't like Tootsie Rolls?
Fucking love Tootsie Pops, dude.
Chocolate Tootsie Pops all day.
Once you get through like all the shit you like, you're like, I got a fuck ton of Tootsie Rolls.
I occasionally buy a bag of them and just wreck it and can't crap for a day or two. They do horrendous things to your stomach. You shouldn't have that much chocolate taffy.
Debatable.
Oh.
I like the fruity ones.
Yeah, the fruity ones are pretty good.
Fucking good.
Some of them. The vanilla one doesn't work.
I'm sorry, I disagree.
No.
You gotta get the vanilla one, and you gotta get the orange one, and you gotta twist them together. Then you're making a fucking creamsicle.
Okay, but it needs help. On its own, it doesn't.
It's a
the
base.
Lime one's really good.
Lime's good.
And of course, cherry. Cherry's first favorite.
First favorite.
Yeah. We used to go into that dish. Wasn't it like a white kind of like
almost Fratbridge Day egg looking thing.
Yeah. You got in there and like she was very attentive. She knew. She's like, obviously that's the first thing you're going for. And if you went in and didn't come out with anything, she realized I didn't refill it and there's just chocolate ones in there.
Yeah.
For some strange reason, chocolate Tootsie Pops are horrendous.
I love the chocolate Tootsie Pops.
You would.
Really?
That was my favorite one.
Least favorite.
Yeah.
Really?
I won't eat it.
I didn't know there was a difference.
I would do grape.
Yeah.
Grape was solid. Raspberry solid. Cherry, of course. Orange was alright.
Orange is pretty solid.
But that fucking chocolate one.
Chocolate's unfortunate.
All day.
It's like
It's a cat on a hat.
It's like root beer Italian ice. Fuck you.
That I never did. That I did not like. Root beer Italian ice.
Because if I'm putting Italian ice flavor in my mouth, it better be some carbonation in there. Otherwise, I'm just eating flat root beer.
Right.
Well, it was weird because my sister, because anytime Maria's would come by, she always knew Dee always got the chocolate Italian ice. Every time. Never strayed from it.
Ugh. It just doesn't go together. I don't get it.
No.
I never understood children getting coffee flavored ice cream.
Yeah, our grandparents were big on coffee ice cream.
I'll eat the fuck out of it now. But back then, I was like, give me the bubblegum one. And I would swallow the bubblegum chips. That's smart.
Oh.
And no one said don't do that.
You're not supposed to chew them.
It's weird now that I'm thinking about it, because at Vinny and I's grandparents, Nanny and Poppy, at their house, they were really close to the Mrs. Walkers on Hooper. Or on Fisher. So, chocolate peanut butter cup was my fucking jam. And it makes me sad every time I see peanut butter cup ice cream or chocolate peanut butter cup ice cream anywhere else, because no one makes it the same. They used like full on fucking regular size peanut butter cups, just barely chopped up in that fucking ice cream. And it was incredible. Now, people just put ribbons of peanut butter and chocolate ice cream, and they call that peanut butter cup ice cream. And I say to you, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah,
those are lies if they call that peanut butter cup.
Huge
Take the word cup out of there. It's peanut butter,
chocolate peanut butter.
Right,
Fine.
sure. Yeah.
Fine. Don't
Cup demands rigid chocolate.
Don't lie to me. Mm-hmm. The consumer.
I'd sue them. False advertisement.
Fuckers.
Dude, you'll win, too. Just like that guy at Buffalo Wild Wings. With the boneless wings.
Yeah.
He's going to win. And you can win, too.
Alright, so besides ice cream, what... I want to say, like... Let's get away from, like, eating, I guess, for a minute. Let's talk about movies, right? Because summertime was also for us, a big movie time. Like, that's when the Blockbuster was a fucking thing. Not just the store. I mean, like, the actual, like, summertime Blockbuster movies. The good old fucking popcorn movies.
It was weird. I don't have as much memory of going to the movies when I was a kid during the summer. Because,
oh, dude, I do.
This is going to shock everyone that knows me. Like, of course, I would go to a couple. But, like, it wasn't as big as it is now for me. Like, this is going to be amazing to everyone that knows me. But I used to spend a lot of time at the beach as a kid. So those are the memories I have. Yeah. My mom would take us to the beach a lot.
You?
I spent a lot of time in the water.
Damn.
And the boardwalk. I spent an entire summer
We'll
at
get to the boardwalk.
Yeah.
My love of movies comes from my grandmother. And Nanny used to take me and sometimes those guys to the movies all the time. Like a good majority of anything I've seen in the theater was probably with her.
She took me to see Harriet the Spy, and the Hey Arnold promo was like in the beginning before the show came out.
Saw Independence Day with her.
What?
Yep.
I remember how big that movie was when that came out.
I sure do. And I saw Men in Black with Justin Brenner. Just him and I in a movie theater.
Independence Day is another example of the movie itself wasn't what drew everybody in. It was look at the cool special effect we have. It was the Avatar of the 90s. Look at how awesome these planes look.
You remember the trailer for Independence Day was literally just the White House blowing up.
But yeah, it was like, first, on July 2nd, they came. On July 3rd, they fucked shit up. On July 4th, we're gonna kick their asses. And then...
But that was it. That's all you needed. You didn't know anything else about the movie.
Yeah, back when they used to do trailers properly.
Yeah. before because I just watched the next Flash trailer and it told me more about the movie.
That was your fault for fucking watching that trailer, now wasn't it?
Don't get me started on the Flash, dude.
Yeah.
But I remember, seeing Beauty and the Beast in theaters in the summer, Aladdin back when it dropped. One of my favorite memories of a movie involves my dad and going to see Jurassic Park, because at the time I was just starting to get into, like, I guess more of like the visceral, gory kind of stuff, and the fucking goat scene happens.
That'll get you if you're not ready for it.
Yeah. And I was like, oh. I remember him fucking cracking up.
Yeah, there's a delineation there between children and adults. A kid will be traumatized by the notion of a goat getting ripped apart. An adult understands the dark humor in that moment.
And he's like, that was funny, right? I'm like turning pale. I was like eating my little fucking Jurassic Park dinosaur fucking gummies that they had.
Dude, we were like 9.
I know.
I think I saw that twice in the theater. I'm pretty sure I went to see it with a former member of the show. And then went to see it with my dad. I was that into it. I read the book. That was one of the few times I read the book beforehand.
Whoa.
And the whole time I'm watching it, I was like, wow, this moment would have been better if they pulled that from the book. Why did they get rid of this? This character would have been important here. Wait, he didn't survive. What the hell's going on? Oh, that's right. Sequel's coming.
And that book was weird, that sequel.
Oh, yeah. I did actually read both of them.
I read the first book way later, but I remember reading the second book right after the first Jurassic Park came out.
Yeah.
And it was like everybody who died in the first book. Oh, wait, no, they're not really dead.
Yeah. Ian Malcolm died in the first book.
Spoilers.
John Hammond died in the first book.
I was at Nanny's this weekend, dude, and she lives in Holiday City. There's turkeys.
Sure are.
Used to be dinosaurs, right? They are dinosaurs. The way that they run and shit, fuck that.
They're pack hunters.
In my heart of hearts, they run deep, like 4 to 6 turkey. Now, on the surface, they're majestic creatures, just minding their own business, but there's times
They're vicious.
these fuckers get vicious. Mike was making fun of me because, like, I got to the edge of the deck and I'm like, and he's like, are you scared of turkey? I'm like, I'm not scared of turkey, but I understand that they might present a threat. And where they might not kill me, imagine getting pecked by 5 other turkeys while you're snapping the neck of one.
One almost killed me the other day. I was around the pool because I was vacuuming it. And I'm walking on the ledge of the pool. And I'm on the back where there's no deck. And I see the fucking turkey stalking down the side of the house. And I was like, oh, these motherfuckers are back. And all of a sudden it's starting to pick up speed. And now it's fucking running at me, right? And the fucking wings go out and it starts flapping. It's coming right at my fucking head. And that's because my asshole dog saw the turkey and decided to chase after it. So I almost got attacked by a fucking turkey because Brody's a shit.
Who wins in a fight? Canada Goose or a turkey?
Canada Goose.
Canada Goose, yeah. You got a problem with Canada Goose. You know, you got to fight Wayne after that.
I suggested that one marinate.
I'm looking at some of these summer blockbusters from the 90s.
Forever.
Men in Black, Independence Day, Fuck Speed.
I saw Batman Forever. And I remember my dad.
Armageddon.
He's like, that sucked.
I was just going to say, I remember that was my reaction to Batman and Robin. It's like, that wasn't good.
Yeah. Well, I came out of Batman Forever like, all right, that was better than Batman Returns. All right, we're going to.
Do you think Forever's better than Returns?
Yeah, because Returns goes off the fucking rails. Rocket Pack Penguins.
I feel that
the end was weak shit.
I feel Returns is better than forever.
I agree.
It progressively gets worse throughout all of them. Jim Carrey is almost unwatchable.
He's
in that
a
fucking
saving
movie.
grace for that crappy movie because he's just so over the top. It's like, let me see.
Is he though? Because Tommy Lee Jones eats enough scenery in that movie for the two of them.
That's a big problem. Two-Face shouldn't be a scene stealer. He should be cold. Hey, second. Oh, hey.
Someone just snuck down here. He's down here.
Oh, did he just commando slide himself down there quietly?
Yeah, he did.
Dude, that is the scariest thing I've ever seen. Have you watched him do that yet?
No.
He just belly slides down those stairs. It doesn't do it slowly. Not like the thud. The thud. The first one might be the thud, and then it's just and stops himself again.
He body surfs down the stairs.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
I'm just waiting for him to do like one head motion backwards, throw off his momentum, and just tumble dry down.
He's pretty good.
More months before I'm okay with it.
Ashley and I are so used to it. Everybody else, like, we had his birthday on Saturday, and Kara was like, "What's going on?" We're like, "No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine."
She's in 1-year-old mom mode.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, what were some of the other movies on that list?
Men in Black, Showstopper. Dick what?
Tracy?
Didn't see Dick Tracy in theater. I mean, it's an alright movie.
Saw Dick Tracy in theater. That was the last time I saw Dick Tracy.
That's the last time anyone saw Dick Tracy.
Armageddon?
Yeah. Saw that in theater.
Truman Show?
I did not see that in theater.
They wouldn't consider that a blockbuster. It did well, but like, no explosions.
The Flintstones movie.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that was another home video one.
Oh, dude, The Lion King, bro.
Lion King.
Mulan.
The Mummy.
Lion King was a better Genesis game than a movie.
The Mummy.
Blade.
Brendan Fraser.
Mm-hmm. Con Air.
Yeah, con shit.
Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace.
The first Mission Impossible.
South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Beautiful.
Dude, that movie. So I broke my arm the previous summer. I had to get surgery on my arm. Go out of my surgery. My mom's like, "Let's go to the movies. What do you want to see?" I'm like, "Mom, I want to see South Park."
Okay, I was 19 when that came out. So you were 15?
Yeah.
I was 15.
Going to see South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut with your mother.
Yes.
Yep.
What was the ride home like?
I don't know. There were some parts where it was like, the dick scene and was.
Did you make eye contact with her at all during that?
No, I laughed my ass off during that movie.
Did she get up and leave?
No, she watched it.
Some fortitude.
I'm like,
Joe's not going to tell you about how she was humming Uncle Fucker the entire drive home.
Mm-hmm.
If my mom, I wouldn't put it past my mom. Probably did like sing that song at some point.
Yeah, it's catchy. Shut your
Come on, can we go get some like McDonald's?
Fucker.
Shut your face, Uncle Fucker.
You're a boner biting bastard, Uncle Fucker.
That movie was probably one of the hardest I've ever laughed in the movies.
We're gonna do an Exposing James episode on that movie, and I can't wait for it.
Wait, didn't we already show it to him?
He's not seen South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
I'm pretty sure he's already watched it.
He has not. Nope.
I could have swore we showed that to him stupidly, and then started showing him episodes.
No, he has not seen the movie.
That shows where my memory is.
There's a bug in my face. Okay. One of the things we mentioned earlier was the boardwalk. We hail from the central shore area of New Jersey.
We're actual Jersey Shore people.
Yeah.
This is what people who live on the Jersey Shore really look like.
Yeah. Ruggedly handsome.
There's no G or T. There's L. There's constant L.
Yeah, all the
laundry never
L.
stops.
What are you talking about? I called my wife out on laundry yesterday.
Van Damme?
That my wife always likes to start the laundry, but she seems to become allergic to it the moment the dryer stops. And I was like, when was the last time you folded the laundry? She goes, well, like the other day. I was like, no. The answer to that is no.
Inaccurate.
That's funny because I'm not allowed to fold. Megan will just refold my shit, especially if it's hers. I don't do it right, is what I'm told.
Yeah, I get that for other things, but like the fucking laundry, man, kills me. Because it's always like she'll do all this and then she'll bring it upstairs and she'll put it in our bedroom, and like I'm doing other things, and then I go to take a shower at like fucking 7:30 and there's the laundry.
Like you have to find a towel in the pile or something?
Or my fucking pajamas are in it. It's like, well, could you, like, when you brought it up, you could have just said I brought the laundry up. Like, I would have at least not liked folding it, but would have gotten it done like 3 hours fucking earlier.
It's not just the flat leaving part; it's the ninja aspect.
Yeah, well, and then it's the poor timing. It's like it's the I have this thing where like by 7 o'clock, I like to not be doing stuff. Like I like to have a few minutes for the come down. That's when I eat. Spend a few
I'm the same, but it's 7 a.m.
Spend a few minutes with the kids, and like, you know, it's tubby times for him. We sit and watch TV. Like I want to stop working. No more extra shit.
Same for me, but it's like all around.
But every fucking time with that laundry.
At the boardwalk.
Boardwalk. Under it, above it. So we spent lots of time. Do you remember, Michael, the large family trips to the boardwalk that were like at least twice a summer for like the longest time when we were young?
Not really. To Seaside or to Point?
Seaside.
Okay, I don't really remember going to Seaside too often as a kid. I remember Aunt Joy took me and Michael one time. That's all I really remember. I remember as a kid spending most of my time at Point Pleasant, which, if you don't know the area, Point Pleasant is the family boardwalk, or was the family boardwalk for the longest time, whereas Seaside was the neo-Nazi fight boardwalk.
Which is where I spent most of my time.
Okay.
I was down in Wildwood.
Nicer boardwalk.
Well,
yeah, and better beach.
Yeah. It used to be. That got eroded to hell.
You can
keep going.
Inside, go to Riff Raft. Bunch of us Aladdins, just poor people.
Yeah,
go in there.
It was the boardwalk for the poor, is Seaside.
Street rats.
Still is. But that's childhood. You know, like hours at Lucky Leo's throwing fucking skee ball and racking up them tickets just to get those balsam wood planes. Or the fucking Chinese finger traps.
Oh yeah, you ever tried to? You guys ever like take a chick on a date to go skee balling?
Of course, of course, and then you always let them win.
No,
I'm with him. Never let them win. They have to be willing to compete with you. You have to see what their skills are.
That's right. Your score is a quarter of mine. I'm not trying.
I remember the first time I took Ashley to play skee ball on a date, and that is when I found out how fucking competitive my wife is. I don't know if anybody here has witnessed it except for Mike, because he's around enough, but my wife can get very competitive.
Megan too. She can't stand if I heckle her when she's playing.
Yeah, there's no shit talking.
Dude, and then I win, and she's like, "You're still fucking pussy. Just fucking lose, man." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, it's part of the game.
Psychological aspect is part of the game.
Specifically, cornhole, she'll bring it back, and like on the up, I go, and it works. or I'll make fart noises. Coughing or fart noises is that's her Achilles heel.
Never. So we were never like ride people when we went. It was always games. It's always the boardwalk games, like the fucking wheels. Like that noise lives in my head forever.
The rides, I feel like you were kind of risking it.
We're definitely risking it.
Well, it's not like it's a county fair where they're constantly moving them and they're held together with like bubble gum.
Yeah, it wasn't a.
Yeah, but
the Wildwood Piers were.
Yeah, they
were great rides
on there.
Yeah, they were great rides.
But they're just boring, most of them. That's why they weren't worth the time. Yeah. I miss the golden age of arcades, when every summer you would be like, all right, the arcades are really open. Now they got the new games in. What's the new fighting game this year? What's the new shooting game?
Remember when the first Marvel vs. Capcom dropped?
I love that series.
Fucking great.
Button Masher's Paradise.
Oh, yeah.
Killer Instinct. I played Killer Instinct 2 every day for an entire summer.
That's the dinosaur one?
That's the one
that's Primal Rage. The dinosaur one's Primal Rage. That was
Killer
fucking
Instinct
good, too.
was the one that was on, like, N64. You only had, like, 6 or 7 characters to choose from.
Yeah.
It was one of the first CG character games. There was a werewolf dude where me and my cousin Brian would go there, and we'd each have 1 quarter. We'd only spend 1 quarter on it a day and see if we can get to the end on just 1 quarter. And, like, 10% of the time we could do it by the end of the summer. That and a sawmill pizza and a drink.
Fuck the sawmill, though.
The Simpsons game, the X-Men game, and the Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which was always good for me, John, and Vinny, because we'd always have three guys to play.
Mm-hmm.
We used to wreck that fucking Turtles arcade game.
That game was awesome.
Shut that bitch down.
Yeah.
You knew you had a high-quality arcade when they had an 8-person X-Men game.
Yeah.
So rare.
Remember, Chuck E. Cheese had like an Avengers game. There was Hawkeye was in it, Captain America.
Yes.
I don't know what fucking game that was, but it was only Chuck E. Cheese and Brick. It was the only place that had it.
Yeah,
Captain
I remember
America
that.
and the Avengers is what it was called.
Yeah. The Vision was in that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had the Genesis port. It was never the same. None of those things were ever the same when they came home.
Never. I've always been good at the fucking claw game.
Can't stand a claw.
I don't know how. I know it's luck, but like it seems to be the only thing I'm lucky at. But I will go to the boardwalk and I will not leave without at least 2 fucking items from a fucking claw machine.
So, my first job was at an arcade, and before the gambling inspector had to come around, we had to unrig those things. So there's like little, it looks like a Nintendo pad. Where you set the tension and the strength and stuff like that, and we had to go through each one and reset them all.
Are you telling us, Joe, that there's a cheat going on there?
No.
No, not at all. Wink, 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 wink.
I nabbed. It was for I want to say it was for PS3, I think, when it first came out, and I got a box, but it was like 100,000 tickets inside instead of the PlayStation.
Oh.
But 100,000 tickets was still pretty fucking cool.
That'll get you an eraser or 2.
It actually got me the Martini set that I still have to this day.
Do you remember Mirrorland and that other one? It was not like a maze, but like it had like the mouse wheel and had the bridge and the net you could climb up and shit.
Yes.
Those were the fucking shit. They had to make more of
the
those.
Fun houses?
Yeah.
Mirrorland, I'm pretty sure one time I forget what it's called, but it's like when you're like disoriented and you don't know where the fuck you are.
That happened to James. We took him to the one in Point once when he was a bit younger. And that motherfucker, I think the reason he is the way he is now is because he had just head first into glass 8 fucking times.
Damn. I did it joking around first, and then at a certain point I was like, wait, where the fuck am I? How the fuck do I get out of here? John and my one buddy had to literally come back for me, and they're like, "Dude."
It is disorienting.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
especially once you hit a wall. Once you hit the wall one time, you're fucked.
You ever seen anyone pee in there?
No.
What, they're stuck in there so long that they have to make wet?
No, I don't know. I don't remember why, but I just remember seeing someone pee in there. It was a child my age at the time.
Okay, that was a homeless person.
He just thought it was funny.
I'm gonna watch myself piss.
Yeah, he's like, "Gee." I'm just like,
Did he whip it out in like the corner, or just like?
Oh yeah, like we were just walking through. We just see this kid just ass crack out, just pissing in the thing. I'm like, all right, I guess.
I feel so bad for those carnies that work at those things. There's a dude who had to spray that piss down.
Yeah, man. What's something like with the rides? Like, who is fixing those rides?
Wait,
college kids.
Yeah.
Hey. Some college kid or some grumpy old guy who's like an ex-con.
Well,
it's the only job you can get.
So, my first job, as I said, was an arcade. Was a local arcade down in Beach Haven. And the guy who used to fix the rides actually was the nicest guy. He was there forever. He was like a local legend there until the day he died. But he like those rides were different. I don't know, something about seaside rides. Yeah.
Thankfully, Sandy came along and just watched it.
Well, the fire destroyed that one pier.
I haven't been down there in so long. I have no idea what's going on at the boardwalk anymore.
Oh, dude, it's people watchers' paradise. But at the same time, I think the past couple of times I went there with Megan, we get out of the car and I look at her and I go, "We can leave. We don't have to stay."
About this?
And she's like, "We're here." I'm like, "Okay." It's fine. But you also just see like, oh, okay, this is why this place is in business still.
We went...
People handing people things they shouldn't be over the counter.
Oh, well.
Yeah, like, those stupid shirts like Italian Mom or like...
FBI.
FBI or like I went to the shore. Or Shore Pride, like... Just the stupid hoodies. You're like, who the fuck buys this shit? You see people wearing it.
Jersey Strong shirts.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I remember, like, Wildwood used to have like a couple of those. Now it's literally like blocks of 6 down the entire boardwalk, and it's the same shit.
Yeah. Wildwood was the best. They had 3 really good piers with great rides on them. They used to have the go-karts underneath the boardwalk.
Yeah.
I miss those. Those are totally gone.
One of the coolest things ever. Go-karts are disappearing from the world. At least cool ones. You can go to like iPlay if you want to ride electric ones, but that's not the same.
But that's what they're doing. They get, except for fucking Disney World that has still the fucking...
Those aren't go-karts.
Do you remember going to Blackbeard's?
I was just about to mention Blackbeard's.
I drive by Blackbeard's every day. It is
Me too.
Depressing.
Bro, Blackbeard's was the shit back in the day.
Those people did not give a shit on those go-karts.
Nah.
You could do whatever you wanted. Yeah. They didn't care.
No bumping.
Yeah. Yeah.
No bumping.
Bumper boats.
Around, they're like, oh, fuck, I gotta do my job now. Oh.
Hey, I worked there for about a month. The owner was a total cocksucker. He tried to get me and John to climb up. You know where the batting cages are?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. No ladder, nothing. He goes, climb up there and get those balls down. And John's like, I'm not doing that.
That thing is fucking high.
I'm like, that's insane. I'm not doing that. He's like, you're gonna fucking do it. And John's like, no. And John's afraid of heights, so he was like, oh, I'm not fucking doing that. Guy gets in his face. You're going to fucking do that. I pay you good money. Minimum wage. I pay you good money. You're going to get your ass out. You're going to fucking do it. And John's like, fuck this. I just left his, he had a little apron or whatever, just threw it on the ground. Fuck this amount. Then of course, heat seeker missile. You're next. Going up there. Nah, dude. No one's going up there. I made it out unscathed because the man. These are 17-year-old kids. You want to climb 20 feet in the air.
That's some OSHA shit.
Dude, that batting cage was fucking high.
Well, you know, you have to go back there and you have to like shovel the balls into the thing. Like that's where I quit because a coworker decided it'd be great to have their friends just come and play and just keep feeding them coins. And I'm like, dude, I'm not doing it. Your friends play, and they're like, "What's the big deal? You're here." I'm like,
"You don't get how this is a move."
Yeah, we're done. We're done here. I remember how hard were the bumper boats, though? Be real.
Yo.
Oh.
Yeah.
They made me cry multiple times. Listeners, I was a pussy. Still am. But I remember I had the thing, and I just was like, I spun in circles. I didn't move anywhere. I was like, why the fuck is that? And everyone was like, let's leave. We just left. Because I was being such a bitch.
Bumper boats was great.
It was
fucking. What was the balloon thing with the water balloons? And you like launched them. You fucking launched the catapult thing. Yeah.
The slingshot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it fucking just splash all over. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They had the gladiator thing there for a while.
Yes, yeah, they did.
I did that once or twice. Apparently, I suck at being a gladiator.
Rock climbing, I rocked at that.
I did handle rock climbing though.
Yeah.
Mini golf.
If anyone needs a piece of advice, take your date out mini golfing for the first time. Much like Justin said, you'll learn how competitive they are, but you'll also see how they handle frustration.
Yes.
And if things are going right, you know, because they'll ask you, "Oh, I'm not doing so good. Can you show me some technique?" "Oh, you mean get behind you and grab your arms?" "Okay, if you want me to."
Set me up to say, "It's all in the hips."
My wife is a far better mini golfer than I am.
So did you ask her, "Oh, could you help me?"
The first time we went mini golfing was the first time we went on a vacation together. And like it reminded me of Happy Gilmore because she like sinks a hole in one on the first one and she's like, "Uh-oh." And I was like, "Oh, fuck." 5 hole-in-ones.
That's a hustler move.
Yeah.
5.
Did she start saying you were going to play for money or something like that?
No. But afterwards...
I'm having an off night. This is weird.
Afterwards, she's like, "I'll buy you ice cream." And I was like, "Thanks."
That's not helping me at all. You're completely emasculating me right now. You know what? I'm buying 2 ice creams for myself.
To be fair, though, it was in the Outer Banks, and she took me to, like, this custard place, and it was fucking incredible.
Fucking incredible. Blackbeard's did have one of the better mini-golfs around.
Absolutely.
I've seen that layout in other places since, but in the area, there aren't as many that... It's like a giant cave system, and some of them you have to go in and, like, not climb, but, like, go in the dank... dark, dirty cave and whack your ball along wet carpet.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite pastime.
Yeah. I haven't seen wet carpet in so... Well, actually, no, I work with wet carpet regularly, but not the fun kind.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Remember C.B. Ellington?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Talk about that smoking tits.
That place is depressing.
Yeah, it was. Not when
it first came out, though.
Yeah, when it first opened. When it first opened.
Train?
Yeah.
It was great. And
Did
then
they do popcorn at the table?
No, that was Ground Round, bro.
Yeah. Right. I thought they might
have Caffrey's. Caffrey's does it
Caffrey's does.
Caffrey's is still solid.
Yeah.
They're the only thing close to Blackbeard's right now. And I kind of want to go there once this summer because driving past Blackbeard's on a regular basis really hurts my soul.
If you drive past there, the ice cream place that's right across the street, go there. It's fucking phenomenal.
Wait, Caffrey's or Blackbeard's?
Blackbeard's.
Which one? Oh, Miss Mindy's?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Oh, dude, best ice cream.
Said
Best
fuck
ice
that.
cream. What?
Why are we getting the fuck that?
Because I had their mint chocolate chip, and I shat green.
It's not green.
Dude, it was Hulk's dick green.
It's always white when I get it.
And it's not real.
Yeah. That's not mint chocolate chip.
Yeah.
That's
it was
just,
it wasn't
that's just
completely
chocolate
tasteless,
chip.
but it tasted fake.
Yeah, it says North Korean if it's white.
Look, Joe, I appreciate your opinion, but I know Mike's specificities for ice cream. He's a picky man. And if he's telling it's not good, I'm going to agree that it's probably not good. You know what? No. Oh, Joe.
Best in the area.
You know what? When is your wife ever off on a fucking Saturday?
Very, very rarely.
Okay, the next time she's off, I want you two to come down, and
Crown?
And we're going to go to a place called Royal Crown,
Okay.
out towards Hamilton. It will be the greatest ice cream you'll put in your fucking mouth in a very long time.
Okay, because the best ice cream, my number one, is Epcot, France.
Yeah, that's French ice cream is completely different than American ice cream.
Okay.
But
We're not talking gourmet here. We're talking
Okay.
and you'll be torn because you're going to be like, wow, these soft serve flavors are shit that I don't normally see, and also their hard ice cream flavors are also shit you don't normally see. They have normally on tap for the soft is Hamilton blueberry. Depending on which month it is, fresh strawberry, soft serve.
Ooh.
Orange cream, and then your usual like vanilla and chocolate.
And they have diner food there.
And black raspberry. Yes, they have diner food. And they bake their own fucking rolls.
Ooh. Okay.
All high quality.
So we could go for the full experience. But but you want to eat small if you're going to get food. You don't want to eat a lot of the food because the ice cream is massive. Like you're getting what you're getting what
Saturday bring this place up.
Yes. It's so good. So fucking good. There's a little free plug for you, Royal Crown.
Miss Mindy's isn't even close to Lindy Hop's. Lindy Hop's is like
it's okay.
Mrs. Walker's kind of level, decent.
Yeah. Lindy Hop's is what
Nothing
Mrs. Walker's kind of used to be.
Yeah.
Before it chained out.
Lindy Hop's is good because it's literally 2 minutes up the road from your house.
Yes. But
simple good.
Royal Crown, fucking incredible.
And they give you excellent spoons that you're going to want to keep.
Yeah, you will keep the spoons.
Yeah. Look at this.
That's the spoon.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I use it to scoop my Metamucil.
So he can eat more ice cream.
Yes. Went from ice cream to poop juice.
All right, well, that brought us back around to ice cream, which is where we kind of started, right? Mm-hmm. That sounds like a show to me.
Coors. We have to say the word Coors, though.
Oh, yeah, Coors.
Boardwalk, Coors.
Yeah.
Boardwalk is the only place that I actually look forward to the smell of smoke. Salt water, cigarettes, and peppers and onions all work well together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and garbage water. Don't forget garbage water.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Stale beer.
I do got to say, with Seaside, sausage sub from Midway is fucking phenomenal.
You feel it in your neck. When you just
yeah.
It's right here.
Mm-hmm. The closer you get to there, the more like boardwalk feel you have. Everything doesn't feel right, but as you're stepping closer and closer to that, you start to talk like this a little more. What the fuck are we doing?
And if you didn't already follow every other word up with fuck, by the time your feet hit the first board, like fuck is every other word. Fucking shit the fuck.
I do have to talk about one more thing with Seaside. Remember the beach house?
MTV's Beach House? I sure did.
MTV's Beach House.
I went with a jog one morning with our aunt Tracy, and we stopped by the beach house, and there was just like people just like dead, like on the side,
bodies laying around.
Yeah, and also it was incredibly small.
It was small.
It was just tucked in.
So fucking small.
We cut school one time in Sweet Hall. P. Diddy and Genuine there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I thought I told you that they don't stay.
I saw Chris Christie at Spicy's once. I didn't know who it was. A guy I knew. He goes, "Hey, you see Chris Christie?" And I go, "Where?" And he pointed in the direction. I go, "That fat guy?"
Fat
The guy
piece,
winning the eating contest.
that piece of shit eating a bunch of nachos.
Like all the time, I'm just like, "Oh, he's better made for TV."
He's presidential material.
Yeah.
What was that one arcade at the north end that was tucked in a little bit? It was really tiny, and it had the mini golf in the basement.
Coin Castle?
Is that Coin Castle? No, Coin Castle was pretty big.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Right? It felt weird. It felt like something out of a fantasy movie when you go in there. There was almost never lights on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the way at the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
The northernmost arcade, I think. Well, no, because there was one past it that was even more depressing, but it was a standard, like, Lucky Leo's looking one. This was a freestanding building that was almost roundish.
Yes.
There was always something odd about it. I would walk in there for a minute and be like, "Oh, they get any good games?" No. This feels like the 70s.
Because it was.
Yeah.
It was actually like a fucking a rip in the fabric of time and space.
I think if I go down and play mini golf, I'll get robbed.
You're not leaving.
No. I miss the boardwalk. I miss being a teenager.
Summertime. There you have it.
It's a show.
Kyle's not here, and I don't like you people enough to go through all those shenanigans. So I'm just
If you
going to
like
say...
here, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Social media.
YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
Go to prowrestlingtees.com/nerdities, NERDATIES, and buy a shirt. It's the least you could do. If you're miserable and you want to fill the void inside yourself with food, reach out to sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com and order some cookies, hand pies, brownies. What the fuck else do I make? Oh, cinnamon rolls.
CINN dash.
CINN. Full.
I think people
FUL. CINNFUL creations by Justin.com. It's lengthy, but it's my URL, so whatever.
I think you should find a condensed version of that.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Order whatever you want online. We ship directly to you. It's a very easy system.
Now.
So, it took like 2 fucking weeks to get that all worked out, but it's because I was an idiot and deleted something. It's all fine now. It's fine. We're good. I was going to get rid of the blueberry cream cheese cookies, but apparently those are going to be the summer seasonal cookie because they are the most popular item on the fucking website. I have not made one order yet that didn't have one batch of those fucking cookies on it.
Sweet.
So,
sounds like a hit.
Chocolate chip will remain, the blueberry cookies will remain, and we will be saying farewell to the regular sugar cookies because no one liked those. Not that they don't like them, it's just not that time of year, I guess. And unfortunately, the Fruity Pebbles cookies, I think, might be bidding adieu. Maybe we'll keep them for a little bit longer, but we definitely are changing out sugar for next month's flavor of the month is going to be, depending on how successful the test run is this weekend. Successful. Kool-Aid cookies.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's a reason to come down, that's it.
Yeah. Going to be experimenting with some highly unstable herbs.
I'm just going to eat Justin's wads.
Yep.
Giggity.
Alright, the Opinions of Nerdy's crew, idiotic and poor without and words seems to be far more insulting, and that is the show. So, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And why should I care?
Dry